I wanted to save something that I had written out, and it was quite large, and YouTube has a very lazy coding feature, I'm sure many of you know about, where if you hit copy, even copy before you even hit paste sometimes, I mean, you obviously would hit enter afterwards, but what I mean is, even if you don't copy and paste, it'll often try to filter the comment and not let you post it. It's sometimes easier to post that same thing on your page, but I was trying to respond to these two idiots, and I wasn't able to completely respond to them, and I think this is interesting for my regular subscribers, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I said, partly what I said, and fill in some other details if I could fill in. First of all, I'd like to say PaulTaylor 47 and TTTC79, both incredibly creative names, by the way, are complete douchebags. Another thing, my video I made to the Prime Minister, that was just to air my grievances. I didn't think that was a serious appeal to him. It was 6 minutes long, and YouTube cut off 3 of those minutes, so I don't think I was asking a question for 6 minutes. I had a nuanced argument to make, and I thought I made one. In fact, not like it's so amazing, it doesn't seem amazing to me, but I don't know any of my peers that would have explained the nuanced, or who would have had the nuanced understanding. I mean, they would have it, they might not explain it or even bring it up, or care about how the Conservatives bundled the marijuana bills and other mandatory minimum drug bills that had failed so poorly on their own with violent crime legislation, which I found scummy. Anyway, so PaulTaylor, other idiot extreme conservatives, I don't mind many conservatives, but and these extreme conservatives have been messaging me and posting on my page and whatever, so I'm going to just get into some of these comments, and I see I'm doing pretty good on time. Again, casual video, if you don't like that, I have other videos that are like boom, 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 like a train, you know, going across the tracks in terms of points. So if you want to watch one of those videos, go do that. We can elect the Green Party. This, what a stoner clown this guy is. Yes, that's what the article said. You know, if under 30s would actually vote in large numbers, we could elect the Green Party, supposedly. It was on CBC as well, on CBC News. And I'm not a stoner, I'm a person that uses cannabis. It's a smarter choice. Do you have a serious heart condition? Another interesting detail? No? Then shut the fuck up. You're a stoner who can't seem to grow up. Kids and college students smoke pot. Anyone who smokes pot and is not a teenager or a college student is only trying to duck reality. The funny thing is, the same people who advocate pot probably get up in arms if a smoker lights up on a soccer field. Which, by the way, Paul, congratulations, that's actually one of your best sentences. A couple of the other ones I deleted off my page that were such a mess and so ridiculous were practically unreadable, but good show. And it's also funny that you mock me for being stupid, and then in your retort you explain that it's stupid for me to point out things like grammar and spelling, and I'm a fucking retard, blah blah blah. Not you, that would have been a brave admission on your part, but I mean, you say I am. It's just kind of funny that you can't seem to make a coherent argument, and you're obviously so smart. You also brag about being very rich. I hope that comes in handy, because you're probably going to need that to buy love and friendship. So anyway, getting back to the point. Wow, you're ridiculously uneducated. Do you read? Honestly, do you ever read? Ever read the article, Marijuana Popular Among Middle-Class Canadians, or Stiletto Stoners? The first article shows that middle-class, educated Canadians that happen to make more money on average happen to prefer marijuana over alcohol, happen to live relatively stable, normal lives, and the correlation there, correlation doesn't always equal causation, as everyone knows, but the correlation there seems quite strong, and it seems to make sense that somebody that is intelligent would choose, if they were going to choose a drug for recreation, would choose marijuana over alcohol. I mean, really. So, you're like an old Scare commercial, Paul. I've got a IQ of over 140, so I'm doing just fine. As for the soccer field, do you have a social life of any kind? Where the fuck do you live in Canada? The Yukon? Because the more I find out about you, the more out of touch with basic reality you appear to be. No, I don't complain when someone smokes outdoors, but I wouldn't live with a smoker. Industrial tobacco has countless added toxins. That's fucking gross. And I don't really smoke myself. I make pot butter often, and I vape. I take one hits now and then, but I don't really smoke a lot. I am from the middle class, Paul, and I'm headed right back there. My dad and I are planning to start a business in a few years, maybe 5 years, 6 years tops. Something we've bandied about before. And regardless of that, I'm not perfect. I'm not meaning to sound arrogant, but I'm quite intelligent. I sound like an asshole saying that, and I'm actually quite capable of learning many things and actually going quite far in life. So I'm not really worried that a bit of marijuana use is going to throw me off track somehow. I've read well over 100 books. I am trusted as a decent person, a reliable person, an intelligent person. So far, marijuana hasn't destroyed my life, and I know it sounds like a miracle, but anyway. Anyway, it's no shock for me to see studies like this. Paul basically is going on his straw man method of attack. I'm sorry, I'm right about to go to bed. And that seems to be the way he wants to play this. He also had a lot of fun, I guess, telling me that if I wasn't poor like him, maybe I would, maybe I would agree with him on